Faleminderit zoti Dumani. Tani dua t'ja fjalën për një përshëndetje presidentit të Eurojust, zotit Schmid, cilin dua ta falenderoj në emër të Prokurorisë shqiptare për mbështetjen e fuqishme që vazhdimisht Eurojust i ka dhënë autoriteteve tona në punën e tyre.
Thank you very much and good morning. Dear Olzian, Mr. Ambassador, dear Prosecutors General, dear colleagues, esteemed representatives of the media, on behalf of Eurojust, I would first like to use this opportunity to welcome everyone to the second consultative forum of Prosecutor Generals and Special Chief Prosecutors of the Western Balkan countries. And I would like to thank everyone for traveling here for this important meeting. It's a great pleasure for me to be back in Tirana and to see some of you again while meeting others for the first time. Already last night we got really a great taste of the famous Albanian hospitality, and I would like to thank you, dear Prosecutor General, as well as your team, for it and for hosting this event in general. As this is my first consultative forum as President of Eurojust, I would like to start my little intervention on a personal note. The region of the Western Balkan has always been very important for me. As you know, my own home country, I'm from Austria, has historical ties to this part of Europe. And also maybe more personal, my mother is from the very south of Austria, and in fact her native language is Slovenian, which obviously puts my heart even closer to the region. But also professionally, as many of you know, before being elected as president, I used to work as contact point of the Eurojust College to the Western Balkan project. However, enough about me. Obviously, the Western Balkan region, is also a very important partner for Eurojust as an organization. As you're surely aware, sort of the Western Balkan countries are surrounded by the European Union. There is no way to enter it without crossing an EU member state first. And I think because of that, it's only logical that you are one of the most important allies to the European Union in many regards. And when it comes to Eurojust, this obviously concerns the fight against organized crime. And we even seek to enhance this cooperation on an eye level as colleagues, as equals, as partners and friends. As we all know, organized crime groups are on a very large scale working across borders, and we need to do the same in order to be able to counter and prosecute them. And we think that the Western Balkan Criminals Project is an excellent platform to do so. Inspired by the Eurojust model and success story, our shared objective is to increase the mutual trust and the knowledge among practitioners, among prosecutors and judges, in order to improve the cross-border cooperation in the region, but also between the European Union and the Western Balkans. Dear colleagues, since the first consultative forum in June last year, thankfully organized by the Montenegrin colleagues, a lot has happened. Your authorities have been involved in major Eurojust coordinated cases, particularly in the areas of online investment fraud and drug trafficking. These efforts have led to the arrests of hundreds of suspects and to the seizure of large volumes of illicit goods. One major milestone, I think, in the last year has been the support also of the project to 4 joint investigation teams that composed solely of Western Balkan countries without the involvement of any EU member states. These joint investigation teams, for example, tackled money counterfeiting, weapons trafficking, and drug trafficking. So far, our colleagues of the Western Balkan Project have supported more than 50 cross-border cases involving your countries. And to a large part, this is the result of the excellent work of the liaison prosecutors that we have at Eurojust, the contact points, as well as also the dedicated members of the contact group, many of whom are, of course, here with us today. And I would like to really thank you for your work in the past years. Yesterday, the contact group held its 14th meeting. I've been part of the first couple of them, and it has really proven to be a crucial mechanism to coordinate and support cross-border investigations. In today's complex global environment, it's however also important to have a strategic dialogue. And to that end, the Western Balkans Criminals Project has already organized over 20 regional workshops, trainings and peer-to-peer meetings on topics like, for example, crypto assets, electronic evidence, encrypted communication, environmental crime, and the establishment of joint investigation team. And that gives me the opportunity to also really thank the project team of the Western Balkan Criminals Project, Asra, Maria Laura, Philippe, and our newest addition, Jacobo, as well. Thanks for your work, and it really, from my point of view, makes a big difference. Dear colleagues, before I end this welcoming speech, I would like to add one final element. Obviously, as mentioned before, the project has the purpose to foster and improve operational cooperation. However, it also has another dimension, another aspect, and that is to facilitate your path to EU membership. We at Eurojust play our small part in the accession procedure. In general, the procedure you're probably more familiar than I am. We give our annual assessment about the progress that has been done in judicial cooperation in connection with the enlargement package. And I would just like to reassure you that you can count on us. We will continue to do so. We will support your path towards accession to the European Union, and it would be my greatest pleasure if in the near future one or the other liaison prosecutor can maybe be converted into a national member. Thank you very much, and I'm very much looking forward to the exchanges in this conference. Thank you.